They all do.
I mean, she did birth a receiver, so she just got good hands. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Clifford
to a
Franklin.
brand new episode of On It. We are here. You got me. You got Devin. We are here. We are back. We are late. And let me explain. I am down here in the
Yeah.
South. I'm down here in
The
the
south of
South.
France.
Little Milton came in Swiss cheese the entire west coast of Florida. So
That is
I'm
funny.
sitting here
I've
on a
never
hot
heard that in my
spot.
life.
The what? The west
Yeah,
coast of
you from the
Florida?
West Coast? They're like, yeah, Tampa.
Yeah, the west coast of Florida. But
Yeah, it's funny.
yeah. So Melton came through, sprayed the entire, county. I mean, I didn't have power for a good 50 hours. We could not get the podcast done when we were supposed to. We are currently
Yeah.
doing the podcast on a hotspot because the Wi-Fi ain't even back. Because some
I'm
people
on a
think
hotspot too. I just shit my pants.
some people. I'm
But yeah, no,
sorry.
we're
I'm
we're
sorry. That
back.
was
I'm
God.
looking at
That
Dan
was
Mullen's fat ass right now. Not a fan.
God. That was
He
good,
looks like
Devin.
a bridge troll.
He does look like a bridge troll, but some people think that I'm just in my parents' basement, but no, I was in my house with no power, no nothing. But we survived, so we're good, and we are here to give y'all a podcast. We could have skipped. We could have skipped a week. We could have just punched in our predictions and said,
Yeah,
"See y'all
no, we don't.
Monday, see y'all Tuesday." But we're here. So Devin, what's that? What's that P? What's that P stand for?
It's up for interpretation, but there is like grass.
It kind of. I mean, you just seems like if you didn't know much about baseball, like if you really squinted, like it's like, damn, is he like a Phillies fan or something, or like?
No. Not a baseball hat. I don't like any teams with the P. Um, there could be something after the P, maybe a separate word.
No, definitely not that person at all. But
Um,
look,
could be Diddy, but no, it does stand for Puma.
no, that is a bad time to wear that hat. Actually, thinking about like,
It's a golf hat. It doesn't say P Diddy on it.
but
It's just a P.
but it's P, you know.
Gunna pushing P.
Okay. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll accept that. But
Thank you.
we are here. We got week 6 games to predict. We got college football to talk about. We got Thursday night football to talk about. We got fantasy to set up. We got some off the record things to talk about. We got a coach that got fired right after this podcast last episode was
Which
uploaded. I mean,
fucking pissed my balls off so
all
much,
right.
dude.
Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about him right now. So Robert Saleh gets fired the
Yeah,
day we upload last episode. I really
yeah.
wish we would have been able to talk about it then, but we can talk about it now because
I mean, it was nice to wake up to him getting fired. I have been critical of him. Um,
critical of him.
yeah, I sound like I mean business is what it sounds like.
Yeah. No, I wish people heard what you said about
I'm physically
him off the
criticizing him.
podcast. The things you say about him off the podcast would have gotten you some probably some
Yeah, but
jail
it's like
time or something. I don't know, but Robert Saleh
no, I definitely wouldn't get you. But it's like
probably
there's
not.
nothing that bad I could have said off the air either way.
Not.
Maybe.
I'm pushing narratives that shouldn't be pushed. But look, how do you feel? Look, you're a Robert Saleh hater. You've been asking for this for I don't even know how long at this point. How do you feel?
Yeah. Um, to me, it's definitely the wrong time. I mean, I think that this team is just in shambles. I don't see how shifting around a play caller and shifting around who's in charge is going to change anything. I mean, they made the DC the head coach. I mean, maybe it brings a different life to this team, but their offense is what's the problem, and adding their DC to be making their DC the interim head coach doesn't really change how their offense is going to operate. It's still going to be run by Nathaniel Hackett. And
No, he got
honest
demoted.
truth,
No, Nathaniel Hackett got demoted as play caller.
no, I know, but it's
Did you not see that?
no, I saw that. It's Downing or whatever the fuck. I don't even know who that
Well,
is.
no, he's demoted. He's not running the offense anymore. He's been demoted from being the play caller.
Well, he's still the OC, no?
Can we fact check it? I know for sure when it came to play calling, he was demoted from that role. Um,
I don't know. Was he the play caller? Okay, yeah.
yes.
So Todd Downing is the offensive play caller going forward.
Okay.
Hackett
Yeah,
is
so
still
they
the
changed that
OC.
as well. Yeah, but I mean, let's be real. Are you really the
How
OC when you're
important is an
not calling the?
OC?
How important is an OC if
Exactly.
you're not calling the plays?
Agreed.
I
Um,
mean, I mean, especially if you were the one calling the plays and then they decided you shouldn't be calling plays no more.
yeah.
If anything, it seemed like they
To
didn't
me,
want to
this
make two firings in 1 week.
yeah. To me, this feels like a I don't. I'll get to that in a second, but Robert Saleh should not have had this job. I don't think that he was the right move for this job, especially once they added Aaron. But I don't think that he was the biggest problem on this team. Um, the craziest thing to me was how Aaron was like, oh, I had nothing to do with this. I didn't do. The problem is that yeah, he didn't have anything to do with the firing, but he had to do with who was on this staff. I
Well,
to me this felt like the Jets' overhaul of Aaron Rodgers' um, preferences. So
I
demoting Nathaniel
agree.
Hackett, who he had praised.
I agree. But Aaron also made comments along the lines of, if we didn't play this poor on offense, he'd still have a job. So he
You
definitely
know
took some type
no,
of
what I'm
blame.
saying is like I think that Aaron supported Saleh and I think that Aaron supported Hackett. I don't think Aaron had anything to do with them being fired. He has to
Oh,
do
okay,
with
yeah.
them being there in the first place,
Oh, 100%.
which I don't believe they should be, and neither does the Jets organization, which is why they're being moved around. I think the Jets organization listened to Aaron for too long when they decided to bring on Lazard and Randall Cobb and all these other fucking players and Nathaniel Hackett and Saleh. Saleh was pre um, A Rod, but I think this is the Jets saying, "Hey, we're taking over now. This is us."
So here's the thing, though, because you kind of got a situation, kind of Brady, Tampa, where, head office might want one coach, Brady might want another coach.
Yeah,
What are we going to do here? Because how did it go? How did the timeline go with Brady? So it was Bruce the first year,
Bruce the first two,
and then he got put in the box. Remember that was a big
and then
thing where
Bruce.
they took him off the sideline and put him up in the box, and they brought in. Is that when they brought in
No,
what's his name?
well, Todd Bowles became the head coach, but Bruce was like head of football operations or player development or something.
Yeah, he was put
Like
up in the
he was
box.
no longer, yeah, no, like but put up in the office, not even the box. Like, he
Well,
was
no, I believe he was in a box for games, but I mean,
sure,
literally,
no, but
like
he wasn't in the play
Tom didn't
calling
want his
box.
ass on the sideline, bro. Tom didn't want his ass on the sideline. Period. Tom Tom was
Who?
sick of Bruce
Bruce?
Arians. Tom Brady did not want to be coached by Bruce Arians.
Well, I mean, he was wrong there. I think Todd Bowles is.
Well, yeah, no,
I don't know,
obviously, once what happened? Tom Brady's final year in Tampa, 9-8, lost in the wild card.
8-9 lost in the wild card.
8-9, lost in the wild card. So yeah, obviously, there are two sides of you go with what the GM wants, you go with what the quarterback wants. And obviously, we can't
Yeah,
base it all off of the 3 years
Tom
Tom Brady
Brady.
was in Tampa, but it is a pretty
Yeah,
good example of if you go with who the organization truly believes is the best guy, you
yeah.
might get a chip. You might get a chip. You might. I mean, that's the thing though, because right now, who's even a contender? Who's even an option right now? Who are the Jets even thinking of as the next head coach? Who are they gonna bring in? Bill?
No, I mean, I don't think Bill's going to want to be a part of this, um, and I don't think Aaron's going to want to play with Bill. I
No,
think that, uh,
go
huh?
ahead, go ahead. But that's the biggest issue right now is you got to make a move either to satisfy the future or someone that's going to help for the future of the Jets, or you just got to bite the bullet and get someone that's going to satisfy Aaron for however much longer he's a Jet.
Honestly, I think they're going to ride with their interim for a while. I don't see them going out and acquiring like a head coach midseason. It's tough to do. It's usually
Next off
a
season.
coordinator. You know, next offseason they'll find a coordinator of some sort or
Who?
whoever. Maybe they get Bill or. But honestly, I'm not sure if Aaron will be in the picture after this season.
Picture in the
Depending on
NFL or for the Jets?
for the Jets, I mean, depending on how the season goes, I mean, I think he signed a 2-year contract if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Um, I don't want to. I don't feel
maybe
like
I
fact
am.
checking
I
on
have
that,
no
but
idea. But even if he didn't, I don't know. I mean, I think that again, Aaron had a lot to do with this team being put together. I definitely don't think that he was a part of the. I mean, the only thing that they reference with the Saleh firing is like, "Yo, he pushed him." It's like that. That's not even what that thing was about. It was about a
yeah, no,
two
that had
score lead or
nothing to
whatever.
do with them
That had
with
nothing to do with
them.
anything.
That had nothing to do with static. But at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers did admit that the poor, just the poor production from the offense this season is definitely a big factor on why Robert Saleh doesn't have a job anymore. And I
Well,
mean,
it's an offense that he built.
look, bro. I mean,
He
I'm
wanted these
not.
guys.
I mean, I'm not backing. I'm not defending Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying I
No,
am. I am defending him in terms of I think he is. I don't think he's naive to what's going on.
no.
Maybe in his emotions or whatever, or how he acts, it's like maybe you'd think or assume he doesn't care, but you can like I'm saying just him coming out and saying that, like, all right, obviously he's not naive. He's not pretending like he doesn't know what's going on or he's not a problem or he's not part of the problem. He knows
Yeah,
that his side of the ball is a big issue or is the issue for this team. And
yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
don't know,
I
bumping up the DC. I mean, I don't know, bro. It's
well, I think that I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but I think Salah got a pass all of last season because Aaron wasn't on the field. There was
did
no
he not did he not
tangible
deserve that?
evidence, huh?
Did he not deserve that pass though? I mean,
No, I mean, I guess you deserve a pass when yeah, your guy
okay.
goes down. Um, but it's like no, he got that pass, but Aaron's only got so long. Um, so I guess they felt they had to fire him midseason if things didn't go well. Otherwise, they would have given him a full another year. But they don't know if they'll have Aaron next year. So um,
Oh, I got a perfect coach
weird.
for the Jets. It's this guy that I think you can like if you're a Jets fan, you can really believe in and you can really
Rex
put
Ryan.
your faith in the future. And if you really want someone who's gonna make you believe in a team, that this might be the guy. And he's definitely gonna be available. Jets could go pick up Billy Napier, and then hey, the
Yes,
rest could be history, and just
go pick up all Bill.
take him off of Florida's hands, and call it a day. But
Yeah.
no, obviously that is a joke as a
Well,
angry Gator fan.
but
But
honestly, it's like I don't know. I didn't watch the whole game. I saw the end of the game. Lagway made a great play to take it to overtime. In overtime, you missed the field goal. Didn't really matter. Y'all still got
can we get into
scored
that
on.
game? Can
Yes.
we?
Yeah. You
Let's
you,
get
you
into
give
that
me a
game.
rundown because I'm not entirely sure what happened during that game and why it was
So
so scoring and weird.
the Florida Gators versus the Tennessee Volunteers. Now, I'm kind of sad that like I didn't make more segments out of Gator games starting the
Also,
season.
sorry, I'd like to offer Robert Saleh a job.
What?
I'll give you $20 a day, Robert, if you can make me 2 sandwiches each day. All I need is a sandwich, and you can $20 to $25 depending on tip and things.
So as a Gator fan, I am disappointed that I haven't kept up too much on the like putting out content side of
Yeah,
talking about the Florida Gators, but you know, I mean, being 3-2 with the schedule we were looking at,
not
honestly,
bad.
we were in a way better position than I thought we'd be in.
Of
And
course.
a lot, I'd say a while today playing Tennessee. I had a lot of faith in the guys, and there were a lot of mistakes. Um, I will say that Tennessee has absolutely nothing to celebrate. They have nothing
Fuck no.
to be excited about.
Hell
It just
no.
it was just weird. And I get it. Like, fans are gonna be loud and be excited, but I want to talk about, like,
But no,
look,
then after the game, they're all celebrating. It was like after that Penn State game. Penn State barely beats USC, and then storms the field and does a fucking crazy celebration. Well, it's like
but
you guys got lucky. Fuck off.
what pissed me off was and I know, like, we trolled Bills Mafia and it was whatever, and honestly neither of us were really being that serious.
But no, we were
Like,
correct.
but I mean in terms of, like, how we feel about their fans. Like, I don't care, whatever. Like, Bills fans, they ride
Nah,
for
they
their team.
stink.
They ride for their team. They're solid, but what bothered me with this Tennessee crowd was, so you know how there's certain times where you may see a player go down and fake an injury.
Ah,
So there were two
yes.
times where,
Didn't Ole Miss just get investigated for that?
yeah. So there were two times.
Yeah.
So Tennessee, they were running a real no huddle, just quick offense.
Yeah.
Um, and to be honest with you, our defense was playing great. Our defense
Yeah.
held them, 0 points going into halftime. This team was averaging 46 points going into this game.
Yeah, they'd also
So
fucking played Chattanooga and beat them by 60. So it's like,
yeah. So my problem is, at one point we had two different players go down with injuries, and they sat
yeah.
there and booed as loud as they possibly could.
Hmm.
They sat there and booed so
Yeah, no,
loud,
that's not.
Devin. Like, I don't know. It just made me sick to my stomach. Like, we come on here and make
Yeah.
jokes, haha, this player, that player, oh, Tua, whatever. But it's like,
I mean,
I don't know.
it's
There's
one
something
thing you
about,
don't do.
like,
There's
okay, bro.
something
Like, we sit
like
here,
inherently wrong about booing an injury or celebrating an injury or whatever it may be.
and it's what, because you assume he's faking it.
Yeah.
I mean, what are
It's
we,
like, you know who
what are
was
we even
faking
doing here?
injuries? Tennessee was faking injuries.
Tennessee was faking injuries, but
That's why they
besides
assumed,
that,
because late in the game they decided to fake injuries.
with this Gator game though, um, the mistakes I would call out would be, obviously, so it was 3-0. We were going down the field, had the ball at the goal line, and Graham Mertz goes in for a QB sneak and fumbles the ball right before he goes down. Right before he goes down. I'll give it to him. Like, no, it was a fumble. He fumbled.
Yep.
I was really wondering where the forward progress ended and when the whistle was blown, but they didn't mention that at all. So whatever, maybe it was just me being a faithful Gator fan that had some hope that maybe the play was stopped or dead before he fumbled
Mm.
the ball, but it wasn't. He fumbled the football. And then we're going down the field, and we we make the mistake, clock management wise, where we're stuck with 20 seconds left and the clock running on fourth down, and we need to rush our field goal team out there, and
Dang.
we have 12 men on the field. So I'm sitting there going, because we make the field goal, but they call the penalty. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I think because, I'm like, because everybody in the house that was watching the game, they're like, okay, so we're just gonna kick the field goal, what, 5-10 yards further. I was like,
Sure.
no, I think it's gonna be a 10-second runoff. And what do you know?
Mm.
It was less than 10 seconds
10-second
left.
banger.
It was
Yeah.
less than 10 seconds left. 10-second runoff. End of the half. 3-0. So instead
I
of
hate the
going in,
10-second runoff.
so instead of going into the half 13-0, it was
Yeah.
3-0. And then obviously we
Damn.
come out and score another touchdown, and we're up 10-0 versus
You said
number 8.
13-0?
It could have been 13-0. We should have, we fumbled at the goal line and
Sure.
then
Oh, okay. Okay.
missed out on that field goal.
Yes. Yes.
There. So we
I thought you were
easily,
just talking about the field goal. I got you. Yes.
we could have walked in 13-0, came out, scored that touchdown. It could have been 20-0, Devin.
Yeah.
And then obviously, some more. I mean, I'm gonna give it to our defense. We played great, especially going to this game.
That's
How the
yeah,
expectations for how good we were gonna be against the run, and then how
yeah,
we panned out. I mean, at the end by the end of the game, a 4 yard rush for Tennessee was really really good. Like
yeah.
they could not. I
And
mean,
I mean,
they
all of the hype surrounding just Tennessee's offense in general.
and also to have true freshman DJ Lagway come in and have to fully replace Graham Mertz because I don't know when it's gonna come out, but sadly I think bro tore his ACL or
Yeah,
something of that matter because he he threw okay throws the football, starts to like skip backwards, almost like think about like just like a sidestep. He's sidestepping, boom,
yeah,
starts reaches for his knee, and then is limping to the sideline. Comes out fourth quarter. I don't know if you saw it, but he was already on crutches with the brace on his knee. Players were coming up, patting him on the back and talking to him, consulting him, which is never a good look.
yeah.
Um,
No,
so he may have torn something in his knee up. I mean, look, could it have been a sprain or something? Yes, but also those non-contact injuries are really, really
I mean
usually
it's hard
they're
to get a
typically
non-contact injury, and
it just be a sprain, it just be
yeah,
a
exactly.
tweak.
Yeah,
I mean, he was
it's
just
just this. Yeah,
boom. He was watching step, and then it just gave out, and
yeah. No,
that's never a good sign. But
he's torn.
you know,
Hand the keys to Lagway. Lagway showed up late in the game, at least in
when it
the
mattered, when it
final
mattered,
final drive. Yeah,
sent that laser to the end
and
zone, and
that was a. I don't. I hope that he knew that he wasn't going to run, and decided like I'm going to try to bluff him a little bit, bluff him with the run, and then throw
Mhm.
a beam, and it wasn't just like last minute. There's a guy there, but no, yeah, beautiful
man is
play.
an absolute cannon.
Cannon, great athlete, guy's a beast.
But look, Florida is 3-3.
Lagway's catchy.
I wasn't even sure if these guys were gonna have 3 wins by the end of the season. We still
Yeah,
got to play teams like Georgia and Texas and LSU. So we got a tough road ahead of us. So it would have been nice to knock off number 8 Tennessee and have something to
of
cheer about.
course.
But at the end of the day,
But I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, this is basically a knockoff of Tennessee. Tennessee should not, if they were a true 8 seed, and if they were the offense that everyone thought they were, and if Nico Tagovailoa was fucking super great and whatever,
and if I
then it
mean if
wouldn't
you just
have
want to
been
go
anywhere
through
near this close.
if you just want to go through the history, just of Florida and Tennessee, we still own them. We still own them. Like
I mean, it's been
Aaron Rodgers type
a good
shit.
long time.
We own you. I own you.
I own
We
you.
are your
I
owner.
fucking own you.
But it's
You know what Aaron Rodgers
moving
owns?
on from that. What does Aaron Rodgers own?
No idea.
Cabin in the woods.
I don't know. I feel like all the stuff,
Yeah,
all the stuff about Aaron Rodgers is listening to whales fucking and doing ayahuasca in the woods. Like, who gives a shit? Get this off the news. This guy's a fucking. Who cares? Tired
Aaron
of it.
Rodgers is
It's
the
like,
kind of
he's so fucking amazing.
Aaron Rodgers. Look, that's the thing. Aaron Rodgers is a weirdo, but look, I don't
Also,
know.
get
I
Tom
gotta just
off the.
appreciate. No,
Someone needs to
no,
get
stop
Tom
it. We're
out
not.
of there.
No, we're not gonna sit here and hate on Tom Brady's commentary. Why? Why do you not like Tom Brady's commentary?
I can't. I don't listen to a lot of football games, but I cannot stand him constantly
Why?
tripping over his own words and not being able to form full sentences, and then finishes every sentence the same way. Well, that's when he's a good player, and I wish him the best, and this team's good.
Bro,
It's like I don't. None of
everybody's
this is good.
hating. No, everybody's hating on
Tom
Tom Brady in the
has
commentary booth. He's
Tom
just
has a
subtle,
disorder.
bro. He's just subtle.
No, he has a disorder,
No, he does not. He's just subtle. That's all
which
it
is
is,
probably why
bro.
he was so good at football for 23 years. He has a little disorder. shouldn't be speaking to the masses. You have to get a drunk like
Tom
Tony
Brady.
Romo to speak to everybody. No, get
No,
the
bro, that's
drunks,
the thing.
get the drunks,
You just want
get
Tom
Chris
Brady. You
Collinsworth
just want Tom
drunk.
Brady. No, you just want Tom Brady to sit
Well, no,
there and
Tom.
go, look,
Well, no,
look, they're
hold
in a
on.
cover two, and then but now the safety's coming down. So you know what you got to do here, Jim? You
No,
got
I
to
want
motion
him to
this man
sound like
over,
a
and
fucking
then they're gonna.
human, or maybe to sound like someone who knows football. He sounds like
He does.
I don't know. It's like this like weird like dumbed down level of talking about.
What?
I
Okay,
don't know. I
bro.
it's
Okay, you cannot sit there and
hold on.
say you want Tom Brady to change the way he commentates when every single Sunday night you got to listen to Chris Collinsworth go, ah, or Jim
I
Nance.
know. Agreed.
Oh, it's picked off.
Ah,
Oh man, it picked it off. Like, bro, these
look
commentators
at
are so old
Mahomes.
and boring.
Ah.
Tom Brady is just chilling, bro. He's chilling in the booth. He's not
Here's the
pointing
thing.
out every single
His
play and what they need to do. He's Tom Brady. What does he
I
need
know,
to
but it just
do?
sounds really terrible. But
What is really
his
terrible? He does not sound really terrible. You're going with what everybody
I
else
don't
is
know. I
saying.
listened to a few minutes and I couldn't stand to hear him
What
stutter
game?
every
What
fucking
game?
4
What game?
seconds.
What game did you watch?
Last week, Cardinals
So San Fran versus
49ers.
Arizona? Oh wow.
Yes.
What an electrifying 4 o'clock game.
He was a stuttering machine.
Yeah, you know what I was? I was a sleepy
Spin move.
machine. Nobody cares about 4 o'clock games, Devin. Stop it.
Then why the fuck is he on TV?
Why
He
is
will no
anybody
longer
on
be.
TV? That's just I don't know.
He's
It's
about to
just
be
dumb
the
to
owner
say
of the
why.
Raiders, and he won't be on TV anymore.
He's about to be the Raiders quarterback.
I don't ever know. I'm honestly done with Tom Brady at this point. I hope he stops talking about football. Just
No, he's
entirely.
not going to stop talking about football. He's going to keep
NFL
doing his
quarterbacks suck.
commentary, and
The
there's
game's
nothing
dumbed
wrong.
down. We don't
There's
want
nothing
to. Yo,
wrong.
offensive players are bitches. They need to be.
Okay,
They
but
need to get
wouldn't
out
he?
of the way.
Okay, whoa, whoa,
Defensive
whoa, whoa.
players need to hit people harder.
Whoa. He hasn't said any of this bullshit since he started this commentary stuff. This was all off-season talk. And now that he's in the booth, he ain't said nothing disrespectful. He ain't shit on nobody. He ain't been
I
like
know,
he
but
ain't
it
called
doesn't
nothing
mean that he
soft, nothing
hadn't
weak.
said it before.
Okay. I mean, who cares though? I mean, it's just if you sat down Chris Collinsworth and asked him how he truly feels about today's game and told him be honest, you think he's going to be
No,
nice?
I'm
You think it's
just
going to be
saying
all
that
positive?
I think that the Manning brothers are better personalities. I think they're better
No, that
ambassadors of the sport.
oh, that shit is so boring. The Manning
Well,
cast
so is
is
fucking
so
Tom
that
Brady speaking.
no, the Manning cast,
I'd
but
rather
that's the
have Greg
thing.
Olson back in there. He just took Greg Olson's
The
job. So
Manning
fuck
cast.
yourself.
This is what the Manning cast was. It was Peyton Manning. This is what Peyton Manning would explain a play for 3.5 minutes, and the entire drive would almost be damn near done. And he's still explaining the play from 4 plays ago, explaining the man in motion and the defense. And Eli's just like this.
But you don't even notice. You don't even notice that Tom is there.
You
You
do
if
notice.
no, you just hear his voice. If you didn't know what Tom Brady sounded like, you wouldn't go, "Hey, that's the greatest quarterback of all time."
Okay,
You would
before
go,
today,
that's
when
a
have you
brand new
ever
commentator."
listen? Before today, when have you ever cared about how entertaining the commentator for your NFL game is? Be real.
The commentary wise, I don't want to hear mistakes. I just want to hear you talk about the game,
What
and
mistake? What are
then
you talking,
that's it.
bro? So, but okay,
He
but think about it
can't
like this. We're
form full
basically
sentences. He can't
okay.
finish
You got to think
sentences.
about it like this. You got to think about it like this. We sit on here, we spitball. We don't have planned out sentences and everything we're gonna say in a script and a prompt meter in front of us, and we fumble our words and
I don't
cut
know what
things
he
out and
has
do
in
all
front of
that.
him.
But what I'm saying is, so should people not sit here and listen to us make our mistakes and everything, and because we're not being perfect about how we talk about the game,
Well, we don't have a job of commentary on football games.
bro?
I'm not
But
sitting here going, "Oh,
these
to
commentators are
cover three, ball
commentating.
sack to."
These commentators really only have to say. They don't even have to say as much as they do say. They could really just go, all right, 3rd and 4. Oh, the quarterback drops back. Oh, and the ball is incomplete.
No, but Tom is supposed to be
punt. Like
color commentary, and the only color he sounds like is gray pussy hole, and it's dumb.
that's so gross.
Um,
That is so gross. There's nothing wrong with Tom Brady's commentary.
I didn't say it. All right, it's not great. Either way,
But
we've
there's
talked
nothing
way too long
wrong
about
with
Tom
it.
Brady.
You're I know, but you're like
Yep.
begging for it to be so much better when it's like in reality, if it wasn't Tom Brady, you would not care. If it was Greg Olson, you would not care how entertaining or how boring it
I know,
was.
but then what's the purpose of having Tom out here? It's like go find someone
Well, I
else.
mean,
Give
it's
Tom a
not,
different job.
but it's, but Devin, you're the one putting him on this pedestal. Fox hired him to be a commentator. Okay, that's it. You're the one that was like, I
They're
guess
paying him two
for
hundred
some
seventy-five
reason,
million dollars.
well, because of the name, but not because what he's gonna bring to commentary.
Why put him out there?
Because of the
Go have him do
name.
this.
You
Go
can
have him do
say
the
Tom. You
halftime show
can,
with Boomer
bro.
and.
The whole point is to say Tom Brady is commentating the game. They don't care what he's saying. They don't care what he's doing. It's Tom
Well,
Brady.
we
That's what
saw
they
what
care
happened with
about.
Tony Romo that lasted 1 year.
What do you? Tony Romo's still commentating,
I know, but the whole Tony Romo's commentating. It lasted half a season.
and Tony Romo does way too much. At this point, he's predicting games. He's telling you what's going to happen.
He's
Now,
got the
obviously, he's
scripts.
toned it down, but last season it was bad. Last season he was telling you what was going to happen before it even happened, and then it happened, and then you went, okay, well, glad I'm watching this. Like people
Yes.
were muting it. People were muting the TV when Tony Romo was commentating. So I don't know where all this hate for Tom Brady's coming from because, bro, to me, he's watching it like a normal guy. Like, yeah, but then he has the glimpse of, oh, I played for 23 fucking years, so here's my point of view,
If
which he
Tom never
does
left
do.
New
So I don't know
England,
why
everyone
people.
would hate him.
Sure, that's a fact, but that has nothing to do with the commentary.
All
All right. Let's
right. Travis Hunter's
what's
injured.
up? Oh, that's not. I'm not gonna
Not.
be excited for that. I don't. I mean, that's
No. I'm just
what's the
stating a
injury?
fact.
What does it
That I
look
don't
like?
know, but he missed the last 13 plays before half and hasn't played since in this half. There's 8 minutes left in the third.
What's the score?
14-7. Kansas State is on the one.
Who's up?
Kansas State.
Interesting. All right. Let's. You want to predict these games?
Yes.
All right. Let's predict these games, Devin. First off, we got the London game. The London
Known as a,
Jaguars. The London Jaguars versus the Chicago Bears.
just a diarrhea game, dude.
I mean, look, Jacksonville, do they probably play the best out of all teams in London? Probably. Honestly, just because they played there 11
Well, they're
times. This is
sent
their
there
12th
every year,
game.
yeah.
This is their 12th game there. I mean,
12th?
yeah, they're 6-5
Jesus.
in London games. I mean, Jacksonville's defense sucks. They're
Mm.
one of only three. I read this. They're one of only three teams left to not have an interception. They give up the most points per game passing wise. I mean, they are, and Caleb is just getting more and more comfortable passing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have to go Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, if they let Caleb get comfortable, if they don't get to him through that O line, then I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that the Bears are dangerous, but I think they can do a little bit of a hurting on the Jags, and the Jags offensively have shown zero,
Mm-hmm.
like -0. So it's
-0.
probably going to be a weird, shitty, fucking London game.
So Bears.
But yeah, Bears.
All right, Bears. All right, Devin. Look, I wish this was Thursday night and we could talk about this for 30 minutes. We got
Oh, I know.
Commanders. We got Commanders, Ravens.
How beautiful.
So I will say I was talking to you about it, texting you about it. You didn't respond, but it's okay. I sent you a picture of I think it was like Jaden Daniels and Lamar, and it was like I don't know. It was
Yes.
like the battle of the DMV or whatever, and I was like, wow,
Sure.
like it's weird because Ravens Commanders or Washington Baltimore, it really isn't a rivalry at all.
Mm-mm.
Like it's never felt that way. Honestly, as a kid, like I've never had Washington fans like talk shit to me or anything. Like it was pretty chill.
No, I mean there's usually a little bit of that bullshit, but it's like
Yeah, when you're like
You
8.
guys have, yeah, exactly. But no, you guys have had the upper hand on us since your inception. In '96, we haven't done a thing since '96. But it's definitely not a rivalry. Um,
But I will
there's a
say,
lot of shit. Like Orioles Nationals is not a rivalry.
no, as the Ravens fan on the podcast, um, I mean, I definitely appreciate the fact that it's a really good Washington team coming into Baltimore,
Yes.
and
Yeah, yeah. It's
this
not a
isn't
Sam
like,
Howell.
yeah, this isn't going to be, this is another test for Baltimore. This isn't
Mm-hmm.
this ain't some random game for Baltimore. This is a test for both teams.
Now,
I
this is
think
more of a test for y'all's defense
and y'all's defense.
and our defense. Um,
Yeah. Wow, yeah.
but I mean, more so y'all's defense. It's like,
Whoa.
no, no.
Y'all
What I
got
mean,
I mean, I guess, bro. I guess y'all defense is
bro,
fine.
let
I
me
guess
get
y'all are
there.
good.
Let me get
You're
there.
good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Let me get there. You guys' offense is solidified as a good offense. Jaden has played 5 games as an NFL starter. We have no idea how teams are going to start to figure him out, or what's going to happen, or how teams are going to game plan toward him, or who the fuck knows. He doesn't have the set of weapons that Lamar has out there. He is a great passer and can run if need be. Um, I think we already know. Washington already knows that we have a terrible secondary. At least the line's okay. It's not really going to matter too much, but y'all's offense is solidified. So it's like if you guys can show that the defense can hold a reasonable offense, a good offense, then I think that proves a lot more about your team than ours.
So,
Because we don't know how good we are.
I
We know
yeah,
how
no,
good you guys can be with Derrick Henry.
I do think it's going to potentially be a shootout. I do think that it's probably going to come down to which defense is going to make the stop first, and then how the offense can capitalize on having that upper hand. But
Yeah.
I think there is one thing that people aren't considering, and it's so since we've had Lamar, we've always had a backup that is similar to Lamar's play style.
Mm-hmm.
And in squad or in in practices, when you have the secondary offense, the scout offense, obviously, you're gonna have them replicate the team you're playing the best you can. But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I'm a true believer for every team in any sport that whatever you're the best at, that's gotta you must be able to stop it.
Yes.
And I I think that the Ravens, since having Lamar Jackson, have been trained and prepared to play against anybody that's even close to the play style of Lamar Jackson. And I think that this Washington offense and Jaden Daniels is the closest you can get to it as of right now.
As of right now, sure. I mean, I don't think that Jaden is again the same or similar. I don't think he's the same threat um, from a design run standpoint or a speed standpoint or whatever. I think he's a great. Like he'll be good at getting out of the pocket and making
Extending the play
short
with his
runs, long
legs.
runs, or whatever. Huh? Yes,
Extending the
he'll
play
extend
with his
plays.
legs. Yeah.
He's not taking over a game with his legs. He's not going to be
I
your
wouldn't say,
the
I
leading
wouldn't say
rusher
that.
every week. No,
I wouldn't
he'll
say
he'll, he'll
that, bro.
bust
I
a few
mean,
open. It's to me,
bro
it's
had
more of
88.
just
Bro had
like a.
88 last week.
I know he's like a tall Kyler Murray. Um,
And Kyler can
he's not.
bust that bitch open. What are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
You're
But
discrediting your
what I'm
quarterback.
saying is that he's a play extender. He's not. I don't want to compare him to Lamar and how good Lamar is at the option and how good he is at design
You
runs and things
can't.
like
It's
that.
just
We're
the
not going to
close.
run that.
It's besides, I guess, Kyler at this point the closest comparison.
I guess any running quarterback you can compare to Lamar.
I mean, in
Um,
terms of being able to extend the play with your legs and still make the play with your arm, he's. I mean, I guess if you don't want to give him that type of credit, sure, whatever. But I give him that type of credit. Um,
no, why
Either way,
I think that they're very different. But um, yeah, I don't even know what I was saying.
I think
Can't remember.
I
Either
think we
way,
will have I think we will have Jaden Daniels on his toes a lot more than he has been the first 5 weeks of his career. I do think the Ravens are on a roll, and you can pick your team just because that's what you do, but you can also be real with the fans or the haters watching. But I'm going with
I
Baltimore.
mean, we weren't supposed to beat the Bengals. Um, we weren't supposed to beat most of these teams. We weren't supposed to have 4 wins. Shit, we may have been expected to win 4 games all season. Correct me if I'm wrong. The over under on our wins may have been 5.5.
I can't correct you right now, but I can go back in the record books and look it up.
Um, I know we talked about that, but it
Mm-hmm.
definitely wasn't a high number.
No,
We've already got 4. It's very promising. I don't want to hype this team up, but I think that if we can get our run game going a little bit, Brian Robinson a touch, um, and then yeah, just playing smart football, maybe having some plays where we expose the secondary because Marlon's not good. Um, but yeah, I think defensively we're pretty fucked.
so
Washington.
do you actually believe that, or is that just how you have to pick for the rest of the year?
No, I believe it.
So do you actually
I
believe
mean,
that,
you
or
you
is that
picked
just what
against
you
your
make you
team
believe
3 straight weeks,
I picked against my team because I truly believe they were going to lose.
but that's from a fan perspective.
It's not from a fan perspective. It was from how he looked the first 2 games and basing it off of that. And I mean, look, I'm not offended in any way, but I am. I do I mean, I feel like I'm real with my team and can be honest, and I just hope you do the same. Um,
You know,
because
I think that we can expose your defense and your
that's fine.
secondary. And I mean, I don't know how good Jaden is. I
I mean,
don't know which team's going to hold
I mean,
defensively. I think both of our defenses are not where they're supposed to be.
I don't think y'all are gonna get the run game going.
I think we
If
can.
because you said y'all are gonna get the run game going, which could set up the
I'm not
pass.
saying
But
that
if
the
there's
run game
anything we,
is going to be what's going to win us the game, but I think if we do, it'll help. I don't think we need
I'll
it.
say the only difference in the Ravens defense and the Washington defense right now is there are expectations, higher expectations for the Ravens defense still in terms of
Mm,
there are easy fixes that can be made because of the talent on that side of the ball and all of the names on that
sure.
side of the ball. Because sure, you can just talk about Marlon Humphrey, but literally there's plenty of other talent on that side of the football.
Uh, Agreed.
Um,
Kyle's going to be a problem. I think the looks that you guys are going to send on Jaden are going to be
but
things he
like
hasn't
you
seen.
but like you said, the we know the Commanders' defense. We know that that's their issue, and I do think the Ravens are going in here with even more to prove with their
But you
defense.
guys have also struggled offensively. I mean, shit,
Sure,
maybe more
I
so than
mean
we have.
a month ago,
Well, I mean, against
a month
Dallas, the
ago
second half you scored, you had nothing. Um,
is that I mean how much do you need a team to score when you're up that much? When you're up 25-3, you know? I mean,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you guys can't just turn it on, but you have showed offensive struggles, getting the ball to throwing the ball, having, like you said, a game where Lamar doesn't have to do it all or whatever. But yeah, getting the ball to certain receivers and doing things. I
okay.
don't know why you want me to pick them, but
No, or no, I don't want you to pick Baltimore. I just want you to be
I've
honest.
I have
I
I have said good things about your team all season, and now it's like, oh,
um no, no,
bad.
no, that's the thing. That's the thing. I said good things. You say good things, but now I think you're saying bad things just to spite despite
No,
the
I'm
the
not
team you're
saying
playing.
No, I'm
Like if I wasn't like okay, here. Like if I wasn't a Ravens fan, I think you would like I think you're holding back. Like there's even more you want to say, but you don't want to because I'm a fan of the team I'm a fan of.
not give a fuck. I think I've said it, what I think about your team.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, I'm not. I don't know why you tried to make it seem like I'm like butthurt over your decision. You said lock you in for Washington for the rest of the year.
Well, no,
But
well, you
if
because
you're
you kept saying, well, no, you kept saying why, why.
no.
It's like
But no, I want
I'm
well, no.
I'm
I
trying
wanted
to
to know
tell
why.
you why.
I wanted to know why. Am I not allowed to I mean, are we not allowed to debate? Are we not allowed to say I mean, if you're going to say we've had our defensive struggles, I'm clearly going to point out the Redskins or Commanders defensive struggles. And then if
Agreed,
you want to say
but
that we haven't been perfect on offense, I'm going to say the same thing about the Commanders. I mean, I can't just let you shoot
agreed.
these shots and just be like, oh just because Washington's four
I'm
and
not
one now.
shooting shots. See,
I
no, you're
know
looking at it as you're looking at it from a fan perspective.
I'm a
You're thinking that
fan.
I'm shooting shots at your team after I have said great things about your team all
I
season,
am a
and I
fan, but
will continue to say good things. You guys still have a great team.
I don't need great things said. But if bad things are said, I will defend.
But you were the one saying bad things about your team all season
Yeah,
so far.
I'm allowed to. I'm a Ravens fan.
But some things that were not true because you are
You've
a
said
fan and you
but
felt certain ways about your team.
you've said worse things about Washington than I have because you're a fan.
I've just said I have no idea what's happening with this team.
No, but I'm saying like you're still like I'm saying I have shit on the Ravens this season worse than you have because I'm a fan. You have shit on the Commanders this season worse than I have because you are a fan.
I mean, I don't think I've had enough to shit on the on our team for. I think I'm just more
When
so
I
shocked
say
that
okay,
we are winning football games.
all right, when I say shit on, it's Commanders play well. I'm super hype, and you're like, all right, I don't want to get too excited. Just like wait,
I
like
know, but then it's like
you know these guys.
you guys could have, you guys had the past three games that were winnable, and you were like, no, there's no way we're beating the Bills. We're not beating
Well,
the
we
fucking
went
Cowboys.
in
The Cowboys
playing.
got a number.
I mean, it's the 3-0 Bills with the MVP favorite that everybody has been dick sucking for the first 3 weeks. Why would we just blow
But
them
a
out?
team that you shit on the Bills for a while, and then it's just different.
That's what it. I mean, I'm confused on
But
your
no,
point.
but with this Commanders game, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not talking about it from a. I mean, yes, I again, like I've said, I will pick the Commanders all season, but at where both these teams stand, it will be a close game because of
Mhm.
the defensive struggles from both sides.
Okay,
Again,
and
you
now
guys do have the upper hand defensively,
I don't know. I
but your
honestly,
offense is
Devin,
struggling.
I don't know who has what is up with this offensive struggle thing. I haven't seen. I mean, like I said, a month ago we struggled offensively. Like, if you really want to be real, we only struggled
Well, we
offensively versus
both
the
played the
Raiders.
Bengals and we beat them in regular time.
Okay.
That I'm just that's a comparison.
So y'all are gonna beat Dallas the way we beat Dallas. So you're telling me rival
Potentially,
and you're telling me division games don't make it more competitive at all.
I don't know,
So Bengals Ravens games aren't competitive ever. They're not known
but
to be competitive.
I'm not
They're not
saying that
known to
it's
be
not.
competitive. But I'm saying the Bengals, regardless of the record, Baltimore, regardless of their record, when they're going in playing each other, it's going to be a competitive football game.
Of course, I
So
think
to
that most
say,
NFL games are
oh
supposed to be
shit,
competitive.
we beat them in regular time and y'all didn't. Devin, that was such a preschool take.
All right, I'm trying. All right, I'm not talking about. Can you talk about the game? Can you separate the fan part of this? Because this is just stupid.
What you want me to talk about?
I don't know. You're asking me why I'm picking this team.
No. I'm not. I'm asking you why you keep bringing up offensive struggles for the Baltimore Ravens when I haven't seen any in a month.
What do you mean a month?
That's all I'm asking. I haven't
You think
seen,
the past four
bro.
weeks there's been no struggle?
What are
A
we
month is
watching?
4 weeks.
Have we watched different football games or okay, Devin? 3.5 weeks. 3 weeks and 6 days, because that's how long it's been since we played the fucking Raiders. Either way, because this will make it 4 weeks next game, because it'll be week 6, week 2. That'd be 4 weeks, a 4-week difference. Either way, Bills, Cowboys, fucking Bengals. No, I did not see offensive struggle. I saw a lot of defensive struggle. That'll make me
which is
say,
what I
yeah,
brought up.
I'm worried. Yeah, and I fully agree. I'm worried about the Ravens defense versus the Commanders and a lot of other
Agreed.
offenses in this NFL. But you keep saying y'all got your offensive struggles, and I keep saying where? What offensive struggles? And you keep saying I'm being a fan and getting sensitive.
In a close game, if one against with two not great defenses right now, a close game will be decided by an offensive struggle. You guys have struggled
But then
in second halves of games or in certain parts of games. If the Bengals didn't miss that field goal, you guys would have lost that game.
Then I just disagree. Okay, and if Lamar doesn't bobble the football 12 times, we might have won that game in regular like now you're picking hairs.
Agreed.
We were down 10 twice in the fourth quarter. So there was no offensive struggles. It was a defensive struggle. Joe Burrow threw 5 touchdowns. It was a defensive struggle game. We were up 4 touchdowns versus the Cowboys. Our offense did not have to score another point. Our defense had a bunch of blunders in the second half, Devin. We destroyed the Bills' defense. We have not had an offensive struggle since week 2 versus the Raiders. We were a toe away from being 5-1 right now if we beat y'all tomorrow. I mean, we were a toe away from beating the Super Bowl reigning champs that people are still dick sucking in week 6, even though we know their undefeated record is so fucking flawed. So I don't know why, for some reason, we got to say that the offense has been struggling for the Ravens. It hasn't been.
I've not said that you guys have struggled. I didn't say you guys struggled. I'm
Devin,
saying there have been struggle.
That's what's been. That is like the.
I'm
only
not
thing
saying no.
Been,
I'm not saying that your offense is struggling. Your offense
that's the only
is
thing
fine.
that's. But you said that they have.
But
struggled.
in a game that will probably be back and forth because of how bad the offenses are. I mean, the defenses are.
Yeah.
An offensive struggle could change the course of a game.
The offensive struggle.
I think we've said enough about this game.
Yeah, you're right. But to pinpoint all that, just to wrap it all up in a nice, pretty, bloody bow, I'm not being a sensitive fan. It kept seeming like you were saying the Ravens have been struggling offensively. And in my eyes, that's the only fucking thing that's been flourishing for the Ravens. So if we're going to say the ball is going to be in Lamar Jackson's hand and he has to win it, or the ball is going to be in Jaden Daniels' hand and he has to win it, I'm going to take my guy.
Totally fine.
That has nothing to do with how bad the Ravens defense is. They are horrible. They have played terrible.
Agreed.
I mean, they have put our offense in positions to score more points when they didn't really need to.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no, I'm going Baltimore. You're going Washington. That is completely fine.
Yes.
I'm just,
yes.
I'm riding for my team, Devin. I'm riding for my fucking team, Devin. You don't understand what the fuck's going on over here. We're over here in Hurricane Mountain.
I know, but this is a 360 from what it was.
I'm over here in Hurricane. What's the 360?
My team sucks. I don't think they're good. I don't believe in them.
Okay. That's fine. I can say that. I can completely say that. That is completely fine. What is wrong with me saying that and then also saying our offense hasn't been struggling in a month?
That's fair. That is fair.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's the only thing that struck a nerve was, it's gonna be a close game because of the poor defenses, and your offense has known to struggle. And I'm sitting here going, whoa.
I said it has struggled at times.
Hey, whoa. But then I'm asking you, what times?
We haven't punted in weeks, so I don't know whose offense is going to be better than the other.
But then I'm asking you what times you're referring to, and you're going, can you stop being a sensitive fan? It's like, Devin,
no, that's not what I said. I brought up. No, I brought up late in the Cowboys game.
That's our defense's fault. We were up 4 touchdowns. We were up 4 touchdowns.
The offensive struggle. The fumble. That's an offensive struggle.
There you go. Bring up a fumble or something. Don't bring up we're up 4 touchdowns versus Dallas and our defense plays like shit in the second half and then we got to we still won the game because of our offense. I don't know what we're doing here. Our offense still won us that game.
I'm aware. But
and then you do realize our offense won us the Bengals game. Our defense literally forced us
I
to win the
agree,
game.
but you guys went an entire half of football without scoring. I'm assuming that the Ravens did not say, "Hey, we've scored enough points. Now we're not going to try to score anymore." That's all I'm saying.
I
All
would
I'm saying
definitely
is you guys
say
tried.
if you're up 4 touchdowns, you play way more conservative.
Sure, but you're not going to not try to do anything, especially once the defense starts to
I
let
don't
up
know, but
points.
you're bringing up one half where the Ravens were up 4
We're
touchdowns
picking
and
at
going, your
hairs, but
offense
it's
struggled.
not a
I
personal
know,
attack
that's my
against the
point.
Ravens.
It
Like
is.
we're
You're
looking at
attacking
two
my
teams
team.
after 5 weeks who are pretty good, but have
Yeah,
terrible defenses. There's not much
exactly.
we can like.
I
This wasn't
agree with
supposed to be
all
a
of that.
30-minute conversation.
No, I agree with all that. No, it was. Let's be real. It was
Okay,
supposed to be
sure.
a 30-minute conversation.
All these other games suck.
I even started this with it should have been a 30-minute conversation. Look, all I'm saying is our offense ain't struggling. We'll be all right. Now the defense, y'all gonna catch us slipping for sure.
But again, like I said, I don't know how truly good our offense is because it's been 5 weeks with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
I think you guys can do a lot with Kyle Hamilton that can fuck up our rookie quarterback. I think you guys can do a lot with just the Ravens defense in general. There's nothing that we
see,
can
and that's
throw at
the thing.
Lamar Jackson that's going to scare Lamar Jackson.
But and that's the thing. I'm not worried about our offense. I'm worried about our defense because, like you said, I don't care if we had the number 1 defense in the league. How comfortable Jaden Daniels looks and how easy he's making it look in his first 5 career games ever. I'd be scared regardless of what he'll be able to do because he's not this. He's just not. He ain't shaky like these other rookie quarterbacks are. He's not. He's not.
Agreed.
He don't need a diaper in the pocket. Like he's fine. Like he's all right. He's gonna be fine. So
But I mean,
either way, you're lucky we're not
y'all are
like
going to do everything you can to rattle him.
God. You're lucky we don't have like a bunch of fans yet. Because God, this would be dissected. Do Mikey and Devin hate each other? Do they?
Yeah, no.
Do Mikey and Devin do
Are
the
they
On It
mad?
podcast do the On It podcast have beef? No, we just officially formed the Washington Baltimore rivalry. That's what we did. They're gonna look back at this in the history books and then go, "You remember that one podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah,
until
they never made
our
another
until
episode."
until Jaden McDaniels loses his kneecap to you guys, and then there's no
No,
more rivalry.
if we had
Yes,
Haloti Nada, maybe, but
you guys
y'all be all
have
right.
Michael Pierce, who's about 4 inches away from killing anybody.
All right.
He's one good plop
Arizona versus Green
from
Bay.
suffocation. Fucked up both of these. Honestly, Jordan Love sucks balls. I don't know how I feel about this game. I want to see Kyler do well. I want to see Marvin Harrison do well. I want to see this Cardinals team do well. This Packers team doesn't. I don't know. They're not the Super Bowl contenders that people thought that they were, for whatever fucking reason. But I don't know. For whatever reason, I have a little bit more faith in some
Green
Cardinal
Bay.
offense.
Oh, Arizona, really? So honestly, if it wasn't for San Fran's blunder or blunders,
Yeah, tons of blunders.
they would have easily won that game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, honestly, I think Green Bay. I mean, so Jordan Love comes back, not fresh, not. I don't think fully healthy. Didn't look too good, and then second game looked a little bit better versus the Rams, which I mean, if anything, they're depleted on the offensive side of the ball.
I don't think they're very good defensively either. But
No, he didn't play the Rams. Excuse me, he didn't play the Rams. He didn't. It's not the team I'm thinking of. Started
they played the.
going back into the
No,
Caleb
they played the
Williams
Rams.
quarterback. Then what am I? I don't know what I'm thinking of them. Either way, um, I'm going Green Bay. I mean,
Caleb played
there's
the
not
Panthers.
there's the Panthers. Okay, there's not really much to it. Like I don't have that much deep thought into this game, but I just don't think Arizona's that
Yeah,
good. I had faith in them, but nah, I'm gonna go Pack.
yeah.
But you're going. You said
I don't
Arizona.
know what's actually. Never mind. When I was saying that, and then like my thought when I was like, I have more faith in you like the Packers, and I was like, maybe. Um, yeah, I'm gonna never mind that. I think defensively the Packers are better. Um, less of a one trick pony.
Yeah.
And if Jordan Love plays well, then I think they'll win.
All right, Green Bay. So you're going Green Bay.
Yeah.
All right. Houston versus New England. I mean, come on. Do we? Are we even
Oh
gonna?
no.
I mean, are we even gonna
Drake
talk
May.
about this?
Drake May's starting. Drake May's gonna throw for 700 yards and shit the world on fire, and the Patriots are gonna be reincarnated as the team that brought back all UNC quarterbacks. Yeah, no, there's a reason that UNC is never talked about. There's a reason that the UNC is not even good in terms of ACC standards. Um, I don't know where the Drake May hype came from. Maybe it's like, yo, he's declaring for the draft. He's white. His name's Drake. He throws footballs. Let's hype him up a lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
Sam Howell.
I may have to eat my words at some point down the road, but I don't think he's very good. I don't think he's worth a third overall pick. I think he's gonna suck. Jacoby sucks. They all suck. Patriots suck. Texans explosion. Houston.
Houston, easy. Tampa Bay versus New Orleans. Derek Carr out.
Mm.
Spencer Rattler in. Um,
Again, maybe a breakout. I honestly have more faith in Spencer than I do
Come on, bro.
Drakey.
Come on, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool to watch. But Tampa better
Yeah,
roll through these
this
boys
should
like
be
Hurricane Milton. I
a
mean, this. Yeah, no. This
Katrina.
better. This better be easy. This better be easy,
They're
easy,
gonna
easy dub.
Milton is gonna Tampa's gonna give them some payback.
Give me
Say you
Tampa.
thought Katrina was bad, and they're gonna poop on him.
Give me Tampa. I mean, you're. I'm assuming you're also going with Tampa.
Yeah, yeah. Are there
Oh, okay.
conspiracy theorists about like? Are there people who are like, "Yo, Katrina was fake"?
No, that's the
Um,
one thing that people don't like try
okay.
to make conspiracies
Natural
about.
disasters. They're like, "Yo, that
Natural
fucking
disasters. Well, no.
tornado that blew up half of Kansas,
We'll see certain natural disasters though, because like
earthquakes."
it's you're right. It's natural disasters because if it's natural things, like don't even get people started on global warming. Like, I mean, that'll be a whole
Well, okay. I
series.
believe in global warming, just not the solutions for it.
Thank
Like
you,
throwing
thank
away a piece of
you,
paper.
thank you.
Throwing away a piece of
It's too
paper
late.
isn't
It's
going to
too
fix
late.
the world. Going Amish is our best bet, and no one wants to go Amish except for the people who are Amish. There's like 14 of them, and they
Nobody wants
sell
to go Amish.
pretzels.
All right, Cleveland versus Philly.
This is weird. Cleveland really sucks. They're not
Yeah,
good
yeah. Look,
at all. But Philly is scary. Like not very good. Like all that Jalen Hurts talk, like we're like, yo, Jalen's struggling.
mm-hmm,
Jalen might not be who we thought Jalen was, is
mm,
starting to like maybe be a reality a little bit. Um, but in Philly, I think they should hand a good whooping to the Browns. But I don't think
yeah.
Jalen is who we thought Jalen was. You know?
Yeah, and I don't think this is going to be the game to prove it. I think it's going to be another wide receiver
No,
shit show and Saquon Barkley rally. It's Philly
of
all day.
course.
It's Philly.
Yeah.
It's Philly. Um, Indianapolis. The Colts versus the
Are we talking
Titans.
about women's basketball right now?
We are not. We're talking about the Colts versus the Colts versus Titans.
Also, yo, who do you got?
I don't know.
The the Sphinx or the Asics?
I have no
I don't know
clue
who's.
who's even
I
playing in
don't
the
know who's playing.
finals.
I don't know what the teams are.
I have no clue.
Uh,
Nah, Colts Titans. Who you got?
Will Levis's name keeps popping up everywhere. I don't know why. I keep seeing that Mayo commercial. They keep talking about his ex girlfriend. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go with him because the Colts are dumb enough to put Anthony Richardson back on the team.
Is he?
Michael Pitt.
Oh, is he active?
AR is playing. AR is
For
playing.
sure. For sure.
I'm pretty sure. I can double check.
I thought I just saw Anthony Richardson was out.
Um,
I really thought he was out.
4 hours ago, Colts Anthony Richardson plans to play Sunday. It says game time decision yesterday, but today it says he will, or whatever this is, whatever days we're working with, says he's going to play. I think it's incredibly stupid. I don't think they should ever play him again. But yeah, no, Michael Pittman's out as well.
Yeah, give me Tennessee.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean
I got I
it's not a. I have no faith in either of these teams, but
Nah, I don't. But I'll go with Tennessee.
yeah,
Chargers versus Broncos.
the Chargers need to get it going. Uh, Run game's good. We know that. JK's good. Pass game
Yeah, I mean
blows thick chunks.
the Chargers should win this game. I mean, at this point in the NFL, the way the season's going, like I can't even like be too confident in picking them. But I'm gonna
No,
pick them. I'm gonna pick the Chargers.
yeah,
I'm gonna pick
no.
them.
I mean, the only somewhat scary thing about the Broncos is their defense, which I don't know could cause problems for the Chargers. So I don't, not ruling out the Broncos, but Justin Herbert has to show why he
Yeah.
like if Lamar was sitting in this position with this offense,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna call him a top five quarterback.
Atlanta versus Carolina.
Atlanta,
Yeah, I mean this better be a dog walk.
Carolina still blows.
It,
Honestly, at this point, they're just gonna end up tarnishing Andy Dalton's career more than Bryce Young's.
shit, yeah. Well, I don't know. Andy Dalton already came in and had his one good game, and he's
I
fine.
know. Get
He's
rid of
ready.
him now.
He ain't no Joe Flacco though.
That's
He ain't no Joe Flacco though.
nah. He definitely not a Joe Flacco. There
But
was
yeah,
a
give
video
me
of AJ Brown, not AJ Brown, AJ Green dapping up Andy Dalton,
interesting.
which just
Interesting.
shows his time. It's like bro's been out the league
Give me
since
yeah.
2018.
Give me Atlanta. All right.
Yeah.
Detroit versus Dallas. All right, just hear me out, Devin. Hear me out. Hear me out for 1 second. So, Detroit had a bye week last week. All right.
You have a bye week
Cam-
theory?
in Dan Campbell's eyes, that's not a win. So if you
No,
don't win, what do?
you lose.
You lose. And what do the Lions not do 2 times in a row under Dan Campbell?
Lose.
Lose. So with that theory being said, I don't care if this was the best team ever created by Roger Goodell himself. Went to a science lab and just created 22 LeBron type athletes to play football. The Detroit Lions are winning this football game.
I'm not gonna buy into the theory. Maybe that's a truth. Um, I think that they will beat the Cowboys just because the Cowboys are the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It is funny to watch all that like CD and Dak stuff where they're like, "Yo, what did CD say?" Like he said, "Jump ball." Chill
Oh
out,
yeah.
everybody.
Everybody was like gassing it up. He was like, bro, he was like, throw me the
All he
ball.
said was throw it higher.
Like throw it up for. That's all he said.
He was like, "I'm 6'5". Put the ball above this dude. I'm a big person. But yeah,
Nice.
give me the Lions.
Yeah, Lions
What's
all
his nuts
day.
just got paid? David Montgomery just got paid, so he might be running with a purpose now.
Cincinnati versus the New York Giants.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors is out, so the Giants need to I don't know, be a team that doesn't rely on one person.
I
They
mean, they
they
definitely have.
fucking they abuse Saquon. They're gonna abuse Malik.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to abuse a receiver, though. You got to have
Agreed.
a quarterback that's actually going to be able to throw those
That's true.
hospital balls. Um,
More mental abuse.
but this is Cincinnati all day, right? I mean,
Yeah, with the way that Cincinnati should not feel offensively bad about really anything. The entire season they've done is put up points. They put up points against the Chiefs. They put up points against us. They put up points against you guys. They're putting up
mhm.
tons of points. And honestly, I don't think the Bengals defense is going to be much of a factor in this game. It's not really going to matter what they do. They could play the same exact way they played against us and let up 6 points. So
Wow, that's really the Sunday night game. That is awful.
that's brutal. And
That is
I
terrible.
don't know, just visually looking at the orange Bengals logo and the blue Giants logo just makes me want to vomit.
That's a London game. They need to
That's
send
a
their
that's
asses
a
to London or
perfect
something.
London morning game. Get that off my
Um,
screen. Also, get
Dang,
DeAndre Jordan off my screen.
dude, this could
All
be
they have
such a
is
good game.
basketball players drinking tequila on the sidelines. Shut up.
Devin, this Monday night game could be so good. This Monday night game could be so good,
It
and
could.
I'm really, 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 really hoping that possibility, actually happens. Like it actually comes true, Devin. We got the Bills versus the Jets for Monday Night Football. Now, we talked about this maybe last episode and said this was a real true test for both teams. Um, now, here's the thing. If the Jets do truly suck, this could just be another example of the Bills playing a bad team. Also, could the Jets
Yeah.
be in a whole other stratosphere of happiness now that they're under new coaching, and maybe they actually love the fact that they get to move on from Robert Saleh, and they show up off this high and catch a crazy dub versus Buffalo when they're not playing their best football, and Josh Allen is definitely still concussed. Um,
Now
it's
that's a
gonna
fact that I haven't thought of.
No, he's
Let's
definitely
hope
still
that he is
concussed.
1,000%.
And I really hope he
Um,
protects himself on Monday because, I mean, yeah, I talk
this
all this
could be
shit
the
about
end of his
Josh Allen,
career
but I definitely don't want to
if
see
Josh Allen gets
some.
another concussion. Yeah,
We don't want to see that.
if he fences, good night, Josh. Good night, Tua. Goodbye to the AFC East. Um, you know, like the Jets. This game can go one of two ways for the Jets. It could be, like you said, the uh, second coming of Christ and happiness, and they love their new DC as the head coach, and they love everything about this team, and
Kind of
Aaron's
like
happy and
Antonio
all this
Pierce.
shit.
Isn't that what happened when Antonio Pierce took over last year?
Yes, there
The
was a
Raiders were
newfound,
like,
but that was also John Gruden, which is not Roberts. Like that's a different. One dude was like, "Yo, everyone here is a fucking gay pussy,"
I'm
and
sorry, I
Robert Sala's
forgot.
like, "Come on, guys, we're good.
I
Let's do
forgot.
this."
I forgot. I forgot. I forgot.
You know, Gruden was a different animal. I don't think anyone wanted to play for him at the end of his career. It is funny now. He has a YouTube channel. It's like canceled
Dude,
headcoachchannel.com.
his
He's like he's talking at his camera like, this is what, that's like, all right,
have
come on,
you
John.
seen it though? Have you seen how
No, I'm not
creepy?
watching that.
No, bro.
I'm not watching it.
Okay,
It's like
okay.
watching Kevin
Can I
Spacey
send you a
after
compilation? Can I
he
send you
got
a compilation at
called up.
least? Can I send
Yeah,
you a
I'll watch some
compilation
of
at
it.
least? Let me send you the
Yes.
compilation that I saw. Bro, I'm telling you, I legit think, and I mean, I'm not even joking. Like, I think he's tweaking in these videos.
Probably. I think he's
Like,
tweaked for a long time.
like truly tweaking in these videos. It is insane. Like, I mean, he's just super sweaty and he's just like, wow, look at this guy. Like, this guy is insane. Like, he is jaw
Well,
locked
that's
just.
what his whole career has been. And
Well, but
then
it's different though. It's
a
different
few
though.
emails get leaked, and your world changes.
It's a little different. It's a little odd. But who you going with?
Well, no, what I was saying was I think that that will not happen for this Jets team. Um,
Oh,
I
oh,
don't think there's any type of morale change that will change the way that this offense operates. Um, Aaron, the entire. I mean, what's crazy to me is like, why not make these moves last season? Why not make the Nathaniel Hackett move last season? Why not have someone else call plays last season? Like
well,
the offense was
obviously,
struggling so bad. And I
but it
understand it was
was.
Zach Wilson. You can try to put whatever you want on Zach Wilson, but this is bad. I don't think it's going to get any better with fucking Todd Downing. I think Todd Downing's impact would have done enough already.
Well, I am gonna go with Buffalo.
I agree. I am
Yeah,
also
yeah.
going with Buffalo.
Buffalo is winning that football game, and I think that concludes our. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did we miss a game? I believe we missed a game.
No, that was
Um,
Thursday.
13, 14. No, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, including Thursday Night Football. We missed the game. We
Raiders,
missed the game.
Raiders, Steelers,
Raiders. Who the
Raiders,
Raiders? Ah, Steelers, Raiders. Steelers, Raiders. We missed the game.
Steelers.
Um,
Give me the
yeah,
Steelers.
yeah. I mean, Pittsburgh
Fuck
obviously is
Antonio
gonna get
Pierce.
the super dub. Yeah, yeah. Pittsburgh all day. All right. So I guess a couple more things I want to talk about before we do get out of here.
Also, I
Just a
heard
couple
Mike
off the
Tomlin really
record
sucks.
as a coach,
Yeah,
as a person. Like, what do you mean?
as a coach.
Like? What's your context?
I don't know. People just say he's not good.
All right. So what I do want to talk about is the Josh Allen
That's the
situation,
scoop.
and
Yeah.
we fully called out the Josh Allen situation right away for what it was and how much
Mhm.
of a scam it was. And the NFL released the NFLPA. They issued a statement, Devin. And I'm sure you're wondering, what did the NFLPA say? Now, if I just said that to you, they released a statement, what would you think they said? Or what do you think the
A
narrative would have been?
bunch of gibberish.
So it comes
Oh
out
no,
and
what
they
do I think the
say,
narrative would have been? I
yeah,
was
yeah,
going to
yeah,
try to
yeah.
come up with just concussion speak. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, continue.
Okay, do you want me to read you the statement?
Yes.
I'm gonna read you the statement. So both the league and union reviewed the play. Okay, here we go. Both the league and union reviewed the video of the play and came to the same conclusion as the unaffiliated neurotrauma consultants, boot spotters, and team medical staff. There was no loss of consciousness.
Cool. Um, I mean, why even make the statement? You know,
There was
like,
no
but
loss of consciousness.
why don't they? All right. What's crazy to me is how every NFL review, like every play review, every scoring play review or whatever, it's always like, yo, we didn't have sufficient enough evidence to overturn.
Mm-hmm.
What sufficient evidence do you have that he did not pass out? You can say that, hey, the call on the field stands. It's not
Mm-hmm.
confirmed, but it stands.
Mm-hmm.
But they're confirming the call on the field that he was not asleep,
Yeah.
which I don't know what would lead them to believe that they'd be like, yo, his eyes are open. No, his face is down. He did not move. There's nothing that says that he
The
is
limp wrist, bro.
awake.
The limp wrist.
Everything went limp.
We
I
didn't
don't know
talk about
what
this.
would say that he is okay.
We did not talk about this, and thank God Shane told me. He was like, "Bro, did you not see what they did on the sideline?" They just gave him smelling salts.
You know, they
They woke his ass up, and he. Why would you need smelling salts? What you need three? Would you to go throw three more balls? You need smelling salts. What you need that for?
well
That's
also
weird.
I was listening to Matt Ryan talk about the game where it's like all they had to do was run the ball 3 times. Um, they would have just ran the clock out. Instead, they're like, yeah, let's throw 3 concussion bean balls.
Re- Respectfully, I would respect that if it came from anybody else than Matt Ryan when it comes to clock management. Um,
True.
so I
Bro
don't really
took
know, but
bro took a sack. Brother took a
luckily,
sack in the Super Bowl. Not good.
luckily, Chris Nowinski, a neuroscientist, the co-founder of the Concussion Legacy Foundation, came out
You
and said,
doctors are not real. Doctors are fake, especially
"Okay,
NFL doctors.
so hopefully you take back what you say when I read the quote when they say, the more I watch this video, the more I'm troubled about what happened." Because as Allen was going
Doctors
down,
are super smart.
as Allen was
Also, no,
going
it doesn't
down,
take a doctor to see that he was passed out.
all right, here. As Allen was
You
going
go look at
down,
a scan of his brain.
Jesus
Don't
Christ,
look at the
Devin.
video. The doctor doesn't. I'm sorry, but the doctor doesn't need to look at the video. Who cares? When a person gets shot, they don't go, "Oh, yo, how'd he get shot?" No, they go fix the shot. They go fix the wound. Gives a shit. Go look at
Oh
the dude's
God.
brain. It's probably mushed. He's
So
got mac and cheese brain.
So he continued, as Allen was going down, you see he is raising his left arm to protect his head, which is a very natural movement when you're falling like that. And then after his head bounces so high off the ground, the arm goes limp, and you see that his wrist catch against the ground, which can break your wrist. That's something that any athlete, if they were aware, would avoid. So I really do think he was unconscious there for a moment after that hit. Ethically, the idea that he was trying to be a hero and no one told him, "Hey, dude, you were knocked out. Your teammates had to roll you over," really makes you wonder what happened here and does this need to be investigated. Former players came out. Emmanuel, I never learned how to say his name.
Emmanuel
Echo.
Ho. Also, he's a jackass.
Yeah, but he says we all saw Josh Allen seemingly get knocked out, yet they just threw him some smelling salts and told him to get back into the game. Warren Sapp, wow, Josh Allen hit his head hard.
Also a
Um,
jackass.
Chase Daniel, if they let Josh Allen back into the game after he clearly smashed his head on the turf, the entire concussion process is flawed. He looked like he was out. After saying, looks like Josh Allen was unconscious after hitting his head on the turf. Big shot to the chest, rolled my ankle, Allen told reporters.
No, you didn't watch that video? You didn't watch his post game?
No.
Yeah, no. He clearly doesn't have recollection of what happened because no, he said I took a big shot to the chest. He didn't get hit in the chest. He got wrapped up at the legs, fell on his side, smashed his head, and nothing was wrong with his ankle.
Big shot to the chest, rolled my ankle after the
But
game regarding
my
injury.
my thing is I don't want to put this on Josh Allen. This is not Josh Allen's fault.
No, they should have pulled his ass.
By no means. You could be missing a limb and say, "Yo, I want to go back in this game." It's the job of the NFL team and their people that they pay to protect these players. It's the job of them to make sure that these guys don't go back out on the field injured.
So not
So Josh
only
Allen is at no fault.
but not only did the NFL fuck up, they doubled down and were
They
like,
doubled down. They said, "We are confirming that Josh Allen's okay." Because what else are they going to do? Say we fucked up? Say we put back in a dude whose brain is mushed?
so. And I'll say this: they better
Because
not
this is
give
what happened after Tua. Tua when he got his first injury. You remember that?
what?
When Tua fell back, hit his head 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
His first head injury,
Yeah,
and then stumbled to get up and stumbled walking away, and then played the next week and then fenced.
yeah.
They said that he was not injured after that first injury. They
So
didn't they
when
didn't take accountability for the
so when
for the
he
first injury.
so when he hits, if he did hit his head this game and he's like, say it was a simple hit to the head and he goes out, to and say it
They'll
is
say that
something
there was no
simple.
prior anything, blah blah.
But it's gonna be really hard to say that if it's a hit that like Tua took from DeMar.
This is a
An,
freak
an actual
accident.
hit, an actual hit like from the chest, just running into you, and then you're knocked
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
But what's bothering me is they're giving Malik Neighbors a lot of shit. and the Giants
For
a lot of
what?
shit. And I'm not gonna lie, I think it's deserving, but it's just annoying that they're not giving Josh Allen and the Bills the same shit. So Malik Neighbors is in concussion protocol, right? And
Hmm.
obviously the NFL is really strict on what you should and should not do, and what you can and cannot do. Um, and
Sometimes.
Malik, well, if it's declared you are in concussion protocol and he's already missed a game because of a concussion, obviously he's in concussion protocol. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He was at a concert. And even
But
a
but
reporter.
now, sorry,
Hold on. What?
is is Josh restricted at all? Because they didn't come out and say that he
No,
has a
no.
concussion or
Josh
not
Allen
concussion.
ain't restricted because he didn't have a concussion, Devin. He never had a concussion. He just went to concussion protocol for 2 minutes. He was fine. Malik Neighbors got a
Yeah, like
concussion.
for all we know, he could have a brain bleed. Like
Malik
he's
Neighbors
severely.
Malik Neighbors had a concussion and was out and is out.
Yeah.
He was at a concert, a Travis Scott concert, and they actually asked Brian Dable, Dabble, about it, and he was like, "We're gonna keep that in house." Um, and I'm sure he's worried that the NFL is gonna come banging on their door saying, "What are you doing having your player go out to loud noises and all these lights and everything?" And see, here's the here, but hold
Nah,
on.
this is
No, but here's the worrisome part, Devin, though. You got to understand. When you have a concussion, you do need to take these certain steps to let your brain recover.
sure.
And okay, if you don't think it's a big deal that he went to a concert, whatever. But to
Not what I'm saying.
pretend,
No.
oh well, I don't know what you were about to lead with, but
Sure.
what I'm saying is
Yeah.
what is scary is how many people don't understand why it's a problem. So
Yeah.
many people are coming to defend a guardian cap, but don't realize the scrutiny in throwing Josh Allen in after he clearly knocked himself out. People want to run to Tua's defense after 3 years of not taking care of his head, but don't understand how bad, the healing of Malik Neighbors' brain is affected by going to a Travis Scott concert. And I'm not trying to be some
Yeah.
douchey, like, you stay at home, but like, bro, you get paid millions of dollars and the NFL has a policy that you have to follow. And it's like, I mean, I don't know. It's stupid shit. It's
Uh,
stupid shit.
my thing is like if Malik is truly injured and truly has a concussion, no, he shouldn't go to a concert or whatever. Um, but what's the craziest thing is that the NFL will scrutinize a certain player for doing something like this, but not protect the person who's truly injured,
Mm-hmm.
like a Tua,
Mm-hmm.
like a
Yeah.
Josh Allen. So it's a pick and choose bullshit. It's like if you wrong the NFL, then it's your fault. But if we wrong you, nobody's fault. No one did
If
anything
we
wrong.
wrong you, you didn't have a concussion. You rolled your ankle,
You didn't have
Josh.
it.
Remember,
What do
Josh,
you were not asleep. You did not.
bro.
Your brain's not broken.
You said you rolled your ankle. Do you not remember? Wait,
So it's
do you not remember?
exactly. Clearly, he doesn't remember because he was asleep. But it's absolute buffoonery by the NFL. They'll do anything to protect their image or name or whatever. But it's stupid that yeah they'll let dudes truly get concussed on a week to week basis,
Mm-hmm.
and just because someone's actually concussed, then they say, hey, no, now you actually have to follow this.
Yeah.
Um,
The NFL does not care
very
about the NFL. Don't care about their players. Don't let them fool y'all. They don't care. They're
but
not
but
protecting
here's the
players,
thing. Here's the thing. All they have to say is we don't care about our players. And then
bro.
nothing will change. Everything will be
But
okay. The
no,
problem
no,
is
no,
that
no.
they say, hey, no, they say, hey, we are doing everything we can to prevent injuries. The Guardian cap prevented concussions by so and so percent in practice.
You
Let's
can
see what it does in a
say
game. Nothing.
you
Do you know who wore a Guardian cap in game?
Jabril Peppers.
Jabril Peppers.
Listen, that
You
has
know
nothing
who
to do with
didn't
that.
wear a Guardian cap? His girlfriend.
listen, listen.
Sorry.
All I'm saying is the NFL can say we're doing everything that we can do to prevent injuries, but they
Sure.
also don't have to fold under the scrutiny of the media who's pressuring them into protecting players' brains even more. when they could simply come out and say, guys, we're doing everything that we can. We
Yeah,
can't do anything else to protect these guys' heads. There's nothing that Josh Allen there's nothing the Guardian Cap would have done to stop Josh Allen. It's the
but
NFL. It's a,
all they have to say is we fucked up. Josh Allen should not have gone back in that game. Josh Allen should miss the next week.
the Bills fucked up. In the NFL, all they had to do was slap the Bills a fine and look into the concussion thing. That's all they had to look in. That's all they had to do. But
But
now they're doubling
we,
down on the
we
fact.
saw it. We saw it with
Go
an
ahead.
injury as simple as a wrist injury from Joe Burrow.
And how they lied and how big of a deal they made it.
I know.
I mean, they made it such a big deal. They were going to investigate it and all this shit, and it was like a meaningless Week 16 game. I
Exactly.
mean, I wouldn't say meaningless, but like the Bengals
No,
were in a great spot.
it was when they were coming off of a good run. It was like maybe week 11 or 12 or so.
Was it? Oh, I thought it was later than that. Anyways,
No,
either way,
it was important games.
the NFL don't care about their players, and they're just lying. And then final thing before we get out of here, Devin. It seems like the Davantae Adams status has changed extremely,
It's weird.
dramatically. Um,
The Raiders are close to not trading.
not trading him, and that's because they're saying if demands aren't met in the trade negotiations, obviously they won't trade for him, and what they're looking for is a second round pick. And a lot of people think that that's a terrible move. What do you think about asking for, say, a receiver and a second round pick?
I mean, I don't know. I they clearly don't want to win. Just in general. Um, so I don't know what would help them more now. I mean, I think a receiver would kind of be a waste of time. I would go for as many picks as, but I don't know how trades work. I don't know what the Raiders should get. I think they need a new head coach and maybe a new owner.
I mean, I'm asking you simply this: do you think that a future second round pick and swapping that for Davantae Adams now is worth it for an offense that might be, a Davantae Adams
Well,
away from being untouchable?
if Davante Adams is going to sit out, then yeah, get rid of him.
Well, no,
Davante
I'm
doesn't want to play.
saying what I'm saying is Baltimore Ravens, the Saints, the Bills are in the conversation now. It's like, do you think that to them a future second round pick is more important than getting
No,
Davantae Adams now and being even a better win now team?
no. Throw
And
away the second
so,
round pick. Easy.
okay, I think the same thing. I know that it can get
So now
political,
I understand what you're saying is the majority of teams will give up a receiver and a second round pick
but they're
for
not.
Davante. Are you sure they're not, or
What
the
I'm
Raiders are
no
saying they're not?
The Raiders are coming out and saying, "Hey, look, we're not getting what we're asking for, and we might not trade Davantae." And what they're asking for is a receiver to replace Davantae and a second round pick. I mean, that's what they're asking for, and
There's no receiver to replace Davante. They need
it's
to.
just a
That might be
receiver.
more of an issue.
Like they'll
Yes,
send Mike Will if it's the Jets. They'll send Mike Will and a second round pick. Is that
sure.
worth it? I think it is.
I think so.
I like experimenting with receivers. As a Ravens fan, it's awesome. It's fun. We can get rid of Rashad Bateman in a second round pick if we can get Davantae Adams. I'm sorry.
1,000%.
We can. We don't have to be
I
loyal
mean,
and you don't like fuck that.
y'all got nothing for Hollywood or Marquise Brown.
No, we ain't shit.
You know, I mean, he
I
walked. He
mean,
just left. Y'all cut him or what? I don't know what the fuck happened there. He was done.
either way, I think if you are now, see, I thought it was all right. The Jets did not look great. Now Devontae might not be too interested. All right, the Saints, I don't know. Now he's not too interested. And then maybe it was because I heard, now the Bills may be potential front runners. The Chiefs are interested. I think if you're a team
Yeah,
like the Chiefs and you could get Davantae Adams right now, if you're a team like the Bills and you can get Davantae Adams right now, you pull
go
that
get him.
damn trigger. And you pull
Go
that
get him.
trigger quicker than Baltimore does. But honestly, like I said, I mean, I no, like I said, I don't see the Baltimore Ravens making that move. Yet I don't see a receiver in a second round pick being too much of an ask because no matter what Davantae
No,
does on the field for the Ravens, he will draw attention away from other players on that field, which is literally
always a good thing.
the only thing we need at this point. Because
Yes.
Lamar's going to distract you from Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry's going to distract you from Lamar, and Isaiah Likely's going to distract you from Zay, and Zay's going to distract you from Mark, and Mark's going to distract you from the fat white guy running down the middle. Shout out to
And then
Charlie
you got
Kolar.
Devontae Adams
And then we got
busting
Devontae.
one
Then you got
down the
Devontae
fucking
Adams.
field.
Like it's like I just don't see why you wouldn't make that move. But also as a lifelong Ravens fan, I'm not expecting them to make that move. But I will be surprised if Davantae Adams continues to sit out and they don't get rid of him.
I mean, the Raiders are notoriously petty, irrational, and again, not there to win. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Um, I think at this point he's not going to play. He's going to say he has a hamstring injury for the rest of the season. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so they will be receiverless. They are quarterbackless essentially because they want to flip flop between quarterbacks after the. I don't even know why the fuck Aiden O'Connell
Because
is not an answer to anybody.
Antonio Pierce
Antonio Pierce is a full blown
such
jackass.
an idiot.
Like you're literally picking between dog shit and cat shit,
Mm.
and which one smells worse? They both stink. Like playing both of them, having both in the same bucket, just makes a worse smelling shit.
You're just mixing shit, Devin.
You're just making a
All right.
septic tank.
Well, with that being said, I think it's time to get out of here. We predicted all of week 6 games. We had a full-on blowout between Ravens and Commanders. Robert Saleh got fired. You're the best move that you could ever ask for. Josh
Well, not.
Allen
I
only
think. I think at week 5 it's pretty stupid.
Josh Allen only rolled his ankle. That was it. That's all he did.
He got hit in the chest.
He got hit in the chest and
He
then he
did
rolled
not.
his ankle. But with all that
He
being
didn't.
said, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Uh, 24-21 Kansas State. Getting close.
Nice. You like it. You love it. Well, with all that being
Also,
said,
go get the chicken Big Mac. Does the chicken Big Mac look good, or am I just stupid?
I have not seen that.
You haven't
I'm
seen the
not gonna
chicken Big
lie.
Mac commercial?
I'm not gonna lie. There hasn't been a McDonald's open in days down here, so
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I
You're in
don't
the
know.
swamp.
I haven't seen many commercials either, so I could not
Yeah,
tell
no,
you.
it was released a few days ago, and you haven't
I'll
had power those few days,
I'll,
and you haven't had a Mickey Nuts.
I'll have to look into it. I'll have to look into it.
I know, but
Well,
like, how would you feel about a Big Mac, but with McChicken patties?
I mean, is that not just a chicken sandwich deluxe? Like, is the chicken sandwich is this like isn't their best? Not their best, but like, don't they already have a chicken sandwich where they throw lettuce and tomato
They
on
have a
it?
McCrispy.
Yeah, which has
They have the
lettuce and
McCrispy.
tomato. So a Big Mac
I
is
know, but
what?
it's different than a chicken. It's different
So
than a McChicken patty.
a chick?
It's real chicken.
No. It's the crispy chicken type. It's the any either way. So you're saying it's what bun, chicken patty or bun? How does it go? How does a Big Mac
Yeah,
work? So it's
it's
bun, chicken, bun.
yeah. Plus pickles and Thousand Island and cheese. Bun chicken, bun chicken, bun.
Bun,
Um,
chicken, bun. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
yeah.
Well, with all that being
Isn't there?
said,
There's. I think there's a song for it. I don't know.
I would not be surprised if there was a song for the bun, chicken, bun sandwich at McDonald's.
Also, I think that every fan at the Colorado game is 16 years old. What the fuck is this? Like these are the people.
All
Also,
right.
just it's probably all college football. I
All
don't know.
right. I think we gotta get out of here, Devin. We gotta get out of here. We're on the
Yeah,
hot
we're
spot.
getting the
We're on a
hilarious.
hot spot. We're over here talking about McChickens and shit. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of On It. We'll be back on Tuesday to talk all of week 6 games, talk some fantasy, talk Thursday night football week 7. We got some things to talk about next episode, Devin. Hopefully you enjoyed. Brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We'll be back on Tuesday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.